And we're live.
Yeah.
Yo, this is hey, what's up everybody? Yo, back damn. Choked up. Back at y'all with another episode of the In Your Face Show, part 23, episode 23. And here we go. I come to you with a good, a good, good, good guy. His name is Mickey Martinez. No, I'll joke with you. His name is Mickey Martinez, and his project is called Quetzalcoatl,
Yeah.
and he has a Kickstarter called Quetzalcoatl. And if you want, if you down for the cause, check it out. But also, y'all know how I'm coming. This is the In Your Face Show, and we coming with that fire.
Yeah.
Damn. So, what's up, brother? My main man, Mickey Martinez. Introduce yourself, brother.
Hey, my name is Mickey Martinez. I come from a background of film, so I worked in film distribution for a while since like 2016. And then I was like, hey, I want to make stuff for myself. So I started producing films, I started distributing my own stuff. And then my writing partner and I were like, oh, we have written some scripts together. And so we wanted to move into comics because we love comics. And
Okay, okay.
yeah, that's where I'm coming from now. It's been a lot of fun. We distributed issue number one in 2020, which was a nightmare because of the pandemic. But we got it down, and now we're raising money for the first volume,
Okay, okay,
which is like 5 issues of it.
okay, okay. So tell me about Quetzalcoatl. How many issues you have out?
Right now, we just have one. We just have the first issue of it. It's in a few stores in California and Los Angeles. So that's fun. Uh, it's out online. It was on Comixology before Amazon like took it over and just like destroyed it. It's destroyed. None of the links work for almost anything. But you can find it on our. We have a Facebook page. We have I tweet it a lot, and you can find it digitally. And we don't sell physical copies anymore because now we're just heading all towards the first volume.
Right, right, right. So tell me something, huh? Huh? What about the a part of the Quetzalcoatl part? What part of the Quetzalcoatl first issue did you really that really meant to you a lot to you? What really meant a lot to you? What part?
Yeah, well, like we've always come into the comics the comic that we started with like, okay, what if we never get to make another one of these? You know, like
Mm-hmm.
what not what if like it fails or what if nobody likes it, but what if we just never get to do this again? So like we were like, okay, we need to what do we want to see in a comic if it's the only comic we ever get to make? And so like we really put ourselves into it like we name the characters after people that we love or people that have passed away. Like the grandmother in Quetzalcoatl is named after my grandmother, and it's sort of like a mixture of both of our grandmothers. The and just kind of stuff like that. And so the I think the part that I really liked was like a part that connected with me was we have a funeral scene in the comic, and it's when her grandmother passes away.
Okay.
I basically just grabbed like the memories I have from my grandmother's funeral, and I was like,
Okay.
what thoughts were going through my head, or like what did I feel? What maybe can I articulate now that I wasn't able to articulate when I was
Mm-hmm.
like in my early 20s? Um, and then like I put that in the book, and then
Right.
and then And then I sat down with the artist, and instead of like telling her, "Oh, it has to look like this, or it has to look like, it has to like have this feeling to it," I just kind of talked to her about like the funeral. I just kind of talked to her about like how I felt, and then so she kind of like took that and like ran with it. Like I like for example, I told her that I can't tell you who was at the funeral because it felt like a blur of faces and colors.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
she kind of incorporated that into the art where when there's a funeral, it's just kind of like outlines of people
Okay.
sitting in
Okay.
the road.
So basically, what you're saying it's like you're in a dream
Yeah.
where people have blank faces, but you know people are there.
Yeah, so like there's certain people in the crowd that pop out, like her friends and like
Mm-hmm.
her family a little bit, but like everyone else in the crowd is just they're just like blobs of people.
Oh,
And
okay.
like
Okay.
it
Blake,
sounds
like
weird, but it worked.
it's basic. Is as if sorry about that. It's as if it's like basically their face is blinked out, so you can't really see it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Blurred out, and you're trying to figure out who are they. I get what you're saying.
yeah. So
Maybe
it's kind of like that.
maybe in that dream, you know, maybe those are the people that you meet along the way in your life. You know what I'm saying? That that's what I would get. So that's what I would get from a lot of the dreams that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a dream of like future wife and shit like that, wedding and shit like that. So,
Yeah,
and I didn't see her face before, so I'm like, didn't see her face, but I knew she was there. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Damn, I wish I saw it, but I couldn't see her. But I know what her body shape, I know her hair, all that. But I don't know, I didn't know at the time, you know what I'm saying, who
yeah,
was out in front of, but I could see everybody else around me and shit like that, you know what I mean? So, but that's what I understand where you're coming from where it's very, it means a lot to you, that part, you know what I'm saying? So, how many years have you been doing Quetzalcoatl? Quetzalcoatl.
well, we wrote it in a like 2018.
Okay,
We wrote the first issue in like 2018,
okay,
and we funded it in like late 2019. And so we worked on it all through 2019, all through 2020, and then we released it. I think what really kicked it off was um, my writing partner and I. We were always fans of like Mesoamerican myths, and we always like we would like send each other like links or like stories of like gods of like Mayan and Aztec gods that like we didn't learn about in school, and then we'd send each other stories like, "Hey, this is really fucking weird," and then we talk about it, or like we would send each other like different um, different like pieces of comic book stuff that's like, "Hey, this but Aztec gods." Like we would send each other Moon Knight stuff and be like, wouldn't it be cool if Moon Knight was more Egyptian and if it was Aztec? Stuff like
right,
that.
right, right, right,
And so like that's why I love the show. The show like made it so it's more Egyptian than it was in the comic because Moon Knight in the comic was never that Egyptian. But yeah,
right.
so like
But basically what you're saying is putting your own spin onto it.
yeah, so but what really kicked it off was the success of Black Panther, and we were
Hmm.
like, oh, that's what we've always wanted to do. Like that's what we wanted to take these myths and this like area and turn it into something like modern, like modernize these stories, these like archetypes.
Right, 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 right,
And then we kind of took it from there.
right, 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 right.
Yeah, and then with the
So,
pandemic, it was really difficult because like the artist was busy and didn't have much money, and then like we actually had a publishing deal, like a handshake agreement with a publisher that went out of business because of COVID. So
mm,
we had a publishing deal right before COVID, and then after COVID, I was emailing them and they stopped emailing me, And then one of them got back to me in like a different email and was like, "Hey, we're out of business."
Damn.
So yeah, that was tough.
Well, I tell you, what's up, brother? What's up, brother Jamie? Brother Jamie.
I didn't. That's so cool.
I can see you can see everything, right? You can see
Yeah,
the comments, right?
yeah.
Yo, I mean, so how, basically, who are your favorite characters in this story in Quetzalcoatl?
Sure. I like the main character's name is Herminia.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I we really poured like all the different women, like all the different like Latinas in our lives, and all the different like family and all the different people we love, and we kind of um, poured them onto this person who like has different faults, but also is sort of, how can I say this? We didn't want to make like a superhero comic. We wanted to make a comic that uses like tenets of like superhero stuff to make comics about like leaders, like
Mm-hmm.
because there's a difference. Like I wanted her to be a part of her community
Mm-hmm.
more so than like a hero, more so than like someone who goes around fighting crime.
Right, right. Understandable.
So I thought that was really cool and interesting. And she also has a friend who at the end of the first issue, they get in a terrible car crash, and he's left paralyzed for the rest of the series, essentially. And I thought it was really, I really wanted to see like a person in a wheelchair be helpful and kind of turn into something, like turn into a pillar of the community. And so we get to see his arc throughout the series, sort of. Um, and I like it didn't start out that way. That's something that happened on a whim at the end of the issue, and we didn't have his arc planned out. But now that we have a lot of it written. It sort of evolved into like seeing this person deal with his disability throughout the series,
Right.
which has been fun.
So, okay. So, in a story, who reminds a lot about yourself? What out of all the characters, who reminds a lot about yourself?
Um, I'm not too sure, but like I really sort of connect a lot with the with our main character,
Mm-hmm.
just because like I feel like in the past I haven't been part of my community. I've sort of ignored parts of it because I didn't understand it fully, and I didn't understand like what it meant to really help out, and what it meant to really sort of like engage in it. There was a part of my life where I hated Mexican food, particularly because like I felt like I had too much of it. I felt like it was like oversaturated. I don't know. And then now I'm like, no, I love Mexican food. I don't know. What I was thinking is I didn't like to be a part of my community. I didn't like to engage with my community because I didn't know how. I didn't have the tools to do it. And like, and now I do. Now like I engage with my community's art. I engage with their, like when they're raising money. I engage when they're like uh,
Well,
stuff like that.
well, I will tell you, you know what I'm saying, how to engage with it. Just be yourself, you know?
Yeah,
Just be yourself and engaging with it, engaging with your culture. It's just by just sympathizing it with it and just being yourself because that's where you come from, you know?
yeah,
And just hey, don't try to be nothing that you're not. Just be you. And if your culture can't accept that, then you know what to do.
yeah. There's
So,
There's a new there's a new Kendrick song that came out like last night, and like the song is about what we deem part of the culture and what we don't. I thought it was really
Hmm.
interesting. It really spoke to me.
Right, right, right. I understand. I understand. I really understand where you're coming from. Where like you feel that you can't really you try to fit in with you're trying to fit in with your culture. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you feel like you're set apart. You feel like you're not you know meshing well with them, part of your culture.
yeah, and like
You,
that's how I used to feel before, and I've I've gone a lot closer to it, which is nice.
yeah, very understandable. But as you get older, you start to understand a lot of things that are you build. You know what I'm saying? And things that you're accustomed to. Some things that your culture is not accustomed to it. They don't like it. But as long as you like it, as long as you doing what you do, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Be you. You know. Hey, it's some things my culture is some things my culture don't support, and that's okay. I don't give a fuck. I'm just doing me, and that's it. Oh well. So they don't support jarhead some of them, but that's okay. I don't care as long as you're loved by your peers. Long as you know that you're loved. Long as you know that you are who you are and you stand for something because it's there's a lot of people who don't know their identity out here,
Yeah,
and if drawing a character that symbolizes your culture, if it gets you closer to your culture, that's fine and dandy. That's cool, Hey, I think it's awesome to me, I think you're a great writer. I think you're a great artist. Keep on doing what you're doing. That's how I see it. Hey, it is what it is.
yeah.
You know, do what you do and do it well, because that's how you do it. You damn right. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying. Have you ever bumped into an asshole in the industry? Like, have you ever bumped into in in the industry, like as in putting your book out? You bumped into a lot of trolls and assholes.
Yeah, I mean, what surprises me the most. So I have a lot of like film examples, but I'm going to give comic examples. Um,
Yeah,
what
you get.
surprises?
Oh, hold up, bro. You give film examples. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, the biggest film example I have is like I think sort of the worst perpetrators of this are like people who expect you to work for free just because they like are sort of a name in the industry. Not an internship. Internships are a different thing. But I mean like legit like hey, um, I know you work Monday through Friday, but like you need to work all day Saturday and all day Sunday because I have a thing. And I'm like, cool. Am I getting paid? And they say no.
Oh, I get what you're talking about. So they use their name for clout, basically. Use their
Yeah.
name just to get people to do work for free.
Yeah. They're like, no, but like you'll be seen with me essentially. And I'm like,
I don't. I'd have been
that's
like,
great.
I don't give a fuck. I need some money. I gotta eat. What I'm saying?
Even if it's something, it just seems a little disrespectful.
Because see, nowadays in this industry, you're going to bump into people who play the role of they don't have the funds to pay, but essentially they do. Not all people are like that, but some people are in this business to get over on your ass. You get what I'm saying? That's what they do in this. That's what a lot of people do in this industry. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell the motherfucking truth, and that's the way it is. That's how it goes down in this industry. In the entertainment industry, you got people that's looking for the most naive person to get over on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they would use their name, they use their connections, they'll use anything just to get a buck. Whether it is, you know, they will try to fuck you up the ass with no grease and hurt and run all over you, and you know what I'm saying. That's how people is in this industry. You got to watch that because you have to be able to see the shysters from the real good people.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
There's some really good people. Like the one of the companies I used to work for, we doubled as like a recording studio a little bit because we had a professional recording studio for like voiceovers and stuff, and sometimes like musicians would come by. Um, One time, Jamie Foxx came with some of his people, and then they were like, "Oh, like Mickey, can you go and like help him set up a little bit because like they know the way around it, but like some of the things in the recording booth is different. So like I totally just I an Xbox gamer. Oh, this isn't looking like an Xbox thing.
No,
Uh,
no, he's my
I just
gamer.
bought
He's my
this.
gaming buddy. So he's wondering, who I'm talking to. I'm actually talking to a comic creator. He's a creator. He does comics just like I do, and he's also a. You play video games, don't you?
Yeah,
They play video games as well. God damn it, there you go. Shit. Yeah, he's a
yeah.
gamer, a video
I,
gamer.
I got a PS5 through like luck the other day, or
Oh,
the other
forget
like
you.
last week.
For, forget you, man. Forget you.
my,
I want an
my wife and
Xbox.
I were like refreshing Walmart for,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I feel what
and we
you're
got
saying.
the thing is that we got it and something else was on our cart that we didn't know was there, but we just like went through and bought it, and so we ended up with like frames and hangers and shit that we didn't want. It was weird.
Yeah, that is a gamer headset.
Yeah, I got this from like with a Best Buy gift card because it's a noise canceling, and I couldn't find any that didn't have this.
And that's cool because I got something like that too. I can talk to you through that too as well.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I went and helped like Jamie Foxx with stuff, and then like some one of my coworkers made a comment about me because I used to get out at 5:30, but I was helping Jamie until like 7 or something. It was just fine. And then he felt so bad, and he was like, "Do you get paid overtime?" And I was like, "I guess I don't." Like, no, it's fine. And he like tried to give me money, and
yeah,
I was like, it's fine. I'm not gonna take money from Jamie Foxx. But it was fun.
shit. I'd have been like, yo, hey, what's up? Hey, you Jamie Foxx, ain't you? You got the money. So I'm joking with you. I'm joking.
But yeah, it was interesting. But on the comic side, what really surprises me is all the people that are like really pro. Hey, support indie comics or support Latinx artists like on their profile,
Hmm.
and like through my experience and other people's experience that I've talked to, they don't do that. Like
Right, right.
they won't share your stuff and they won't like donate $1 to your Kickstarter. Like they just don't do it, which like was really surprising to me. But like someone who's so loud about like supporting creators, not supporting creators, just
See,
kind of talking about it.
that's the thing, See, and this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, that's what I hate about when people say support black businesses or support Latino businesses, support all these businesses, right? But when you come with a black business or a Latino business or whatever, they know where to be found. Like, oh, you lying motherfucker. So we wanna, and I get it. You want to be choosy, but just because a person has a character that looks like, for example, my character, Jarhead. A lot of people don't like my character because they think he's white. No, he's actually Italian, Indian, Black, and Russian. Now, those characters, those cultures are very strong and they have Black within them. What people don't understand, don't know that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every culture has Black within them. What? Come on, man. Every culture has something with the African descent in it because that's where everything originated from. If you go all the way back to that, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that because you hear you have the butt hurts. But I'm gonna get into it anyway. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. Fuck it. But anyway, um, I just feel that a lot of don't listen to people who say I'm here to support black businesses, but not a lot of people do that. They like to hear themselves talk. You know what I'm saying? They like to hear themselves talk and sound intellectual and intelligent. Don't listen to them because at the end of the day, until they put a dime in your pocket, fuck off. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when you make it big, who's going to be the same one saying I supported black business when they didn't, or Latino business when they didn't? Same motherfuckers that say they want to support you, right?
Yeah.
So I say fuck them because at the end of the day, they don't care about nobody but they goddamn self. They just want to look good in front of whoever they trying to impress. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said like not everybody is like what I'm saying, but there's some people are like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how people are quick to like so for example, okay, say like okay, somebody say, "Oh, I support black businesses," right? And it's a white character that they're throwing out there, right? But you're black, but you're a black man or a Latino man putting out a black character, and Latino people be like, "I don't like that," and they uh support the other man rather than you. You see what I'm
Yeah. But
saying?
like, and the thing is that, like, okay, like for you and for me, like any art that you do is going to be black art because you made it. And like
Yeah,
for me, any art that I do is going to be Latino art because I made it.
exactly. Kenneth Parker said, "Support is always lacking when it's time to get behind something. Actions speak louder than the words." You damn motherfucking right. Action does speak louder than words because I'm waiting on action. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the words. Fuck what you got to say. Do it. You know what I'm saying? But as I was saying, you know what I'm saying? And I keep telling people, it's not the man. Don't focus on the character I'm putting out. Focus on the man behind the character, which is a black or a Latino goddamn character, goddamn man. You know what I'm saying? But people are so focused on racist bullshit, focused on color, they forget that the main part is you said you're going to support your own people. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that makes them look stupid. You know what I mean? And that makes them look like a fucking dumbass. Don't spill out something that you're not going to do. Don't say something that you're not. Don't say that you're going to do something and then don't do it. Your word is your word is valid in the world. You know what I'm saying? You only have your word. That's the only thing you got. If your
Yeah.
word is yeah, if your word is tarnished, then you go back on your word, then you're gonna look like a fucking dumbass and fucking asshole. Be real with you. If you're a man of your word, be a man of your word. If you're a fucking woman of your word, be a woman of your word. If you go back on your fucking word and you lie and you lie, you're a dumbass. And people are not gonna trust you.
Yeah.
So
It's been really surprising.
yeah, I know. I've been through that before too. I know how I feel, man. I know how it feels. I've been there. But like I said to you, man, you gotta know who are the shysters and who are the fucking real people. There are shysters, there are smart liars. smart liars. They lie with a straight face and they're smart about it. What I mean by that is they're smart, but they're lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, right? Like
Yeah.
for example, okay, it's like they have all the information about the lie. You know what I'm saying? And they dress it up all smart and all intelligent, but it's still a fucking lie. You know what I mean? It's still a fucking lie. You know, like it's still a lie. Like that's like okay, there's a little bit of truth within a lie. You know what I mean? But in all the way around, it's still a what? Still a lie, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all you got to. That's all you got to decipher. You know. But anyway, as I was saying, sorry about that. I didn't mean to give that whole lecture. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel welcome on the In Your Face show. We live right now. We having so much fucking time, so much fun. I mean, but you know, what I mean, we having so much fun, man. So about the what's the book called again?
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Okay, see, it sounds so much like Japanese a little bit. I'm like Quetzalcoatl, Quetzalcoatl. All right, I'm having fun. You can see I'm laughing. I'm making you laugh. You know what I'm saying? But so, how many years do you see this series going?
Oh, I don't know. Right now we have like um, we have like the first few volumes like story ideas, but I really want this to be uh, like an ongoing series. So
Okay,
the only reason why we're fundraising for a whole volume right now is because like I realized when we did the first issue that you can't really do anything with the first issue of a comic book. You can try to put it in comic book stores, you can try to sell it individually, but like you can't put it in bookstores, you can't put it in libraries, you can't go to like schools, I guess. You can't sell on Amazon really, like nobody like don't put first like for don't put like single issues on Amazon. Is what I heard. Um, but like if you have a trade, if you have like 5 issues put together that kind of tell a story, you can
right,
go into libraries. You can that's you can make money off of that to try to fund more stuff that you're doing, like
right,
more issues of it. But I
right,
want it to be a continuous issue. Like I want to keep working on this because it's not like a film where it was born out of a story. It was born out of a character, and it was born out of like a machine that can generate more stories out of it.
true that,
Like
true that, true that.
because I think there's so many like Mesoamerican myths and Mesoamerican stories, and they're so weird and fun in ways that I think we can make great issues of comics out of them, and people could learn stuff, and people could like it, and people could see really nice visuals. There's just so much there that's like untapped, and I'm more of a horror guy, and I'm more of a weird weird movies guy. But I think it's really important for this comic to be mainstream, to be written and drawn as a mainstream comic because of like what's in it, because it's so weird and complicated that you sort of need it to be streamlined a little bit.
Right, that's understandable, very understandable. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mickey, yo, can you send me that YouTube link I sent you? Can you send it to my
Oh yeah,
can you send it to the private message thing?
yeah.
Somebody wants to watch the show.
I
Ugh.
just got there, got it. Oh, that's long. That's a Facebook. Why did it come out as a Facebook link? Let me do it again.
Mm-mm.
There you go. But yeah, like there's this really fun myth. I don't know why this happens, but like the Aztecs are really good at looking at land formations and things made in nature and giving it a supernatural explanation. Like they saw two mountains that sort of looked like people, but not really, but they sort of looked like people. And then they gave them like a crazy love story of like cursed lovers that died next to each other and grew into mountains, and the mountains
Hmm.
never touch. That like they're cursed to like never touch, and like that. Like I want to do that. Like I want a modern version of that, and then maybe give it like a little twist, like a little like fun, happy twist to it,
Right, right, right.
and
So
just
like,
that kind of
go
stuff.
ahead, go ahead, talk, go ahead, have fun. You know. So how many people have bought your project? Your
Oh,
that
I don't.
have
Well, we got it. The first issue we got it. All the how many people
huh?
backed?
You know, my mom in the hospital down in Atlantic City, don't
Good. Ah,
when she went down, went down with some other things, something happened to her. Being for a fool and fell out.
gonna be okay.
He broke a whole arm on her right side.
Damn.
So they said had to do surgery to the metal rod in. And
Yeah.
we went down and shit, man, Uncle my dad, but they wanted us in the hospital.
Uh,
Yeah,
go
they
ahead,
showed
mom.
pictures in the have COVID-19.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna send you. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. But yeah. What was you saying?
You said how many people? Do you mean like backers in the Kickstarter?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been 9 days, and we have 55 backers
Okay. Okay.
and $3,696.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
It's good. We with the goal is 10,000. We have 35 more days to get there. It's we're on track. It's looking good. I keep having panic attacks, but we're fine. uh,
Hey,
we're on track. So we'll see what happens.
the best advice I will give to you: market it.
Yeah,
Market it. And I would say the reason why I say that is because, all right, I'm gonna give you a tip. All right, this is how I do it. If you was working with Jamie Foxx, right? I would have said, get his number, right? Get his number, and I would have said maybe talk to him to see if he can like not support, not well support. You know what I'm saying? Like share it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Like don't ask him for money. Just ask him to share it.
Exactly. No, it's not asking for money. It's just like basically support it. You know what I'm saying? Give a um, be a spokesperson for it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. And that is something that's marketing. You know what I'm saying? If you have a big name behind your Kickstarter, and whether it's a rock star, anybody, dog, people will buy that shit. His people will buy it, your people will buy it because that name is attached to it. Now, I'm just saying, I'm I'm not saying, go out there and bug them. I'm just saying, you could use that, as a way to build, some non to build your clientele. And
Yeah,
bro, it's all about being who you are, being yourself. That's what it's all about. And you was yourself. And that is what people do not understand. They get in front of these fucking stars and they starstruck. What they don't realize is these stars are fucking humans too. You know?
yeah,
They're humans too. They shit, they piss, they bleed, they got a heart, they got a dick, and they got a pussy just like we all, well, I ain't got a pussy, but you know what I'm saying. They got a dick like we do, and the girls got a pussy like the women. So what the fuck? Why are you going crazy over this motherfucking shit? I get it, what I'm saying, did your favorite movie, but don't go crazy because they get that shit all the time. And Some of them have PTSD because of that, or they don't like when people all up in their face. Oh my God, Jamie Foxx. You know what I'm saying? And just be yourself. Treat them like they're human beings. You know what I'm saying? Treat them right. And that's and talk. Learn how to know how to talk to them. That's it.
Yeah,
Talk to them like you talking to your regular, like your friend. Talk to them like you're talking to me. That's it. And it's all about perception. It's all about presentation. If you present the product in the right manner, shit, you could have brought it up like this, just to give you just to give you a tip on how to, next time you get that opportunity, put it in his ear, but like, like this, small talk. You know what I'm saying? Small talk. Be like, yo, how's everything going? And be like, yo, I got this project, and he's talking, and y'all vibing, whatever, and tell him, I got this project, speaking of such and such, I got this project, such and such and such and such, and then bang, you got
yeah,
somebody to support it. It's all about presentation, it's all about wording, and it's all about how you carry yourself. Because, like I told you, people are watching. People are watching you, and you don't even know it. People are watching this fucking show, and people don't even know it. That's why I tell everybody when they come on the show, people are watching you, whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad. You never know who's gonna pick up your shit. You know what I'm saying? Jesus may pick up your goddamn shit and be like, "Yo, this is my son right here." You know what I'm saying? And Satan probably pick up your book and be like, "Fuck this nigga." You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You just never know who's gonna pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's all about perception and how you perceive. How do you want to be perceived? You get what I'm saying? And that's just the way that's just the way it's done. You gotta put yourself in positions like that. Because you're in the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to bump into stars like that all the time. It's going to come around. They're going to come around, trust. And when they do, capitalize off of it. That's it. It's all about tech. It's all about how do you do things. I say, cause see, you see how I'm talking to you, right? You see how I'm getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? And such. That's all it is. That's how you do it. I learned that at my job. You know what I'm saying? As being a salesman, smile, eye contact, handshake, small talk, and then reel them in, and then the killer instinct, and they bought the product. Bang! Just gave you the blueprint to great sales.
Yeah.
That is how you do it. You know what I'm saying?
So do
Smile.
you think being in person is a big part of that?
What'd you say?
Do you think like being in person is a big part of that?
It
Like
could, but
talking to
also
people in person.
yeah, but it also you also could do it over the thing, over the computer. Over the computer. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? You could do it over the computer. You could do it in person. It's all about eye contact. Look them in the eye, talk to them, such and such, and be confident. Confidence is the key to everything. Nobody likes a fucking uh this a person without no goddamn confidence in their goddamn self, because they see that shit. People see you. People see who you are, and they see, if they see you have no confidence in yourself and your product, then they're gonna be like, why? If you don't have confidence in this product, why should I? Why should I buy it? You see what I'm saying? Buy product, confidence. Confidence is the key, because speak highly of it. Wherever you go, talk about it. Talk about that shit. Talk about it constantly, because some way, somehow, people are going to listen.
Yeah.
They're going to listen if it's something they're interested in. Go to the mall, bro. Go to the mall and sell some of your shit. You can sell it on the sell. You can go to the mall and get a booth, right? Go to the mall, get a booth, put your shit up. You know what I'm saying? And if it's something that the people, if it's something that grab the people's attention, you get sales right off the bat. You know how many people go in and out of the mall every day? You know how many people go through the mall, go through swap meets, and go through all that stuff? You could be giving out business cards, all that. That's it's all about your drive, how much you want it, how much you really believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to talk your ears off. I just believe in you, man. I believe in you, and I know you could do it. You know, I
Yeah,
just
no, I went to art expo
hmm
at the start of this thing, and I printed out like 200 postcards. I still have some of them. I gave some of them to comic book stores for free comic book day, but I have more, and I'm not sure what to do with them. I don't know if I should
oh,
go and put them in bookstores
whoa
or if
whoa
I
whoa
should
whoa.
walk around somewhere.
Walk around somewhere, put them in other stores, put them in convenience stores, put them in libraries. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you go, take a business card with you because that is that's the best thing to do. Because if they see your stuff on a billboard one day, they're going to be like, "I seen that somewhere. I know what that is." And they're going to pull a postcard out the thing and be like, "Oh my god, I saw him." Bang! You got people that's going to buy your shit right there. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. It's so easy. It's so easy and it's so delicious. You could cut that shit with a fork with a knife. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to tire you out, but you know.
Oh no, no, no. I should
I
have got
see
more
you.
stuff.
But nah, I just want to make sure that you know if nobody's telling you that they're proud of you, man. If nobody's telling you that they believe in you, I believe in you and I'm proud of you.
Thank
You
you.
know, and if I had the money, I would support too. You know, but you know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know, I believe in you, and you got a friend in me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually doing a I'm actually going to do a what you call that? Fuck, what is that? I'm actually going to be doing a launch party for my company, right? And it's going to be centered around my company, but it's also going to be a convention center in the mix with it as well. I'm not a convention in it as
Gotcha.
well, and that a way people can come to the convention and come to the launch party as well, right? And sell their shit there, and they don't have to worry about anything. Sell their stuff, you know, get a booth and everything. I'm gonna be selling booths. I'm gonna be, you know, doing all that shit. All you got to
Cool.
do is pay for your hotel and your plane ticket. I ain't paying for that shit. I'll pay for everything else, but your plane ticket and hotel. But what I'm saying is that I want to make sure that people get out there as much as possible because that means a lot to me. I don't give a fuck if it's my enemy. If you hate on me so much, hate on me to the core, I still want to see you get out there and happy. That's what it means to me. That's what this show is all about. It's about bringing people up and bringing people together, putting people in front of the mainstream. Because, like I said, if I'm going to rise, we all going to rise. We all going to eat. And by me having a launch party and putting it out the and making a convention out of that launch party, that means you're eating at my table, and I'll be honored to have everyone eat at my table. I don't give a fuck because I want to see everybody happy and succeeding as well as
Yeah,
myself.
it's great.
That's why I just gave you got an invitation, brother.
Uh,
Um I don't know when I'm gonna do it yet. Just I'm just
okay.
I just Have that in the mind. I'll let everybody know what I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it. But it's going to be somewhere in Philadelphia. It's going to be at the Philadelphia Convention Center.
Nice. Okay.
You know where that at, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Just so you know. But so, what are your favorite top five characters of all time? Top five superheroes of all time.
Oh, superheroes. Okay. I've always been of the mindset that that Spider-Man is the best idea for a character ever. So I've always been of that mindset. And
Uh,
whenever I say that, people bring up Batman, or people bring up Bruce Wayne, and I think that I agree that Bruce Wayne is great, but I think that that Batman is very much a child's fantasy, and Spider-Man is rooted in like being a teenager, and I think being a teenager is much more interesting. So I would say Spider-Man is first, and probably that was my cat. That kind of scared the shit out of me. Um, I saw like a black shadow behind me.
you got
Uh,
Ghostesses.
I would say Spider-Man's first. Um, Miss Marvel's probably second, just because I own all of Miss Marvel's stuff, like the new Miss Marvel, like Kamala Khan,
Hmm.
who's gonna have the show. Uh, and Batman and Superman are three and four. I'm a huge Batman guy. I'm a huge Superman guy. And five would probably be like now. I think it'll probably be Black Panther,
Okay,
just because
okay.
after the movie came out, I went back and I read all of it, and I was like, oh, because I had only really known Black Panther from uh like the team up stuff.
Hmm.
I've never read any of Ta-Nehisi Coates stuff. I had never read any of the earlier stuff, and I read all of it, and I was like, oh, I understand now. Like I get it. I get this thing.
Okay,
It's
okay.
great. I think part of that also fed into when I was like, oh, I don't want a hero, I want a leader. It fed into like, oh, Black Panther isn't really a superhero; he's just a king. And I thought that was cool.
Well, that is the okay. I'm gonna give you something else. What are your favorite top five villains?
Comic book villains, right?
Yeah, it could be movie villains. I don't give a fuck.
I'd have to say I'm gonna stick at comic book villains. I think they'll hear us. Um, I've always it sounds weird, but I've always loved Wanda, and I've always loved Wanda as a villain. I think that's why I
Hmm.
like Multiverse of Madness so much because
Hmm.
they took the idea of like, oh, this poor woman can't control her emotions that the comics love to do. At their worst, that's what they do, and they're at their worst a lot of times. But the movie was like, there's never no spoilers, but there's never a point in the movie where I feel like Wanda isn't in control of what she's doing, which is great.
Right.
Um, so I would say Wanda in no particular order. I don't like the Joker, so that's gonna be news for everyone. I don't like the Joker. I've never liked the Joker.
Eh,
I like motivations more than I do like crazy. Look at me, I'm crazy. Uh,
right. Right.
so I'm gonna say Scarlet Witch, um, Lex Luthor, I'm gonna say Shocker. I love Shocker.
Hey.
Scarlet Witch, Lex Luthor, Shocker, Loki. and probably oh no, what's this man thing, if that counts.
That's a big ass cat.
He's tiny. He's very fluffy.
I see.
If you hold him, his little body goes like in like that.
So like what is your favorite comic book of all time? Like this.
Um, yeah, I do have an answer to that. There's a there's a comic book called Spider-Man Blue. Have you heard of it?
I've never heard of that. I've never really heard of that.
It's basically just on the anniversary of Gwen Stacy's death. It's just Spider-Man remembering like what she meant to him,
Oh shit.
and reliving a bunch of moments, and like his narration throughout the whole like novel or like graphic novel is like it's him recording like on the recorder that he's talking to her, and like I think that's it. I think that was one of the first comics where I was like, oh shit, I feel so many things, and I still have it. I think there's some stuff that's like better written, but I have that and I read it like every so often, and I was like, oh no, I love this.
Mm, that is a wide variety right there.
Yeah,
So okay, who is the most overrated character you have ever read?
I think Superman when he's written poorly, which is a good amount of time, which is like most of the time that anyone ever tries to write Superman. He's like this weird, over, like sort of overhyped, like answer to a bunch of problems that he caused.
Right, right, right. So the reason why I'm asking is because I like to ask you random questions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So how many years you've been in the comic book industry?
To Quetzalcoatl is the first thing that put us in the industry, like working in the industry, I guess. So I would say like yeah, like 20, what did I say, 2018.
Okay, so basically you're almost 5 years in. You're 5 years in.
Yeah, which feels like it's cut a little short because of the pandemic, because we spent a long time just like stagnant, like not being able to talk to any publishers, go out and like go to stores and promote our shit. We couldn't do that. Uh, we couldn't even get stuff printed because they were like, yeah, we're not functioning right now, or yeah, we don't have enough people to come in to print your shit, stuff like that. So it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Hmm. Well, I would say Dinsdale Jarhead. Hold on, not Jarhead. Dinsdale um Dinsdale Quetzalcoatl. Like man, have you thought about maybe making it a audiobook?
I think that would be interesting. There's so many parts to like the other issues, like issue 2 and issue 3. Like there's so many parts to the issues that feel like they sort of can only work in a comic book. Like it's sort of made for the medium more than like other things I've made. Because I know how to write screenplays, I know how to structure books, but like that sort of like special thing that you can only really achieve it with comics it's kind of what we wanted this to be. Um, so yeah, I don't think it really work as an audiobook. I don't think it really work as anything else really. Um, it, 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 it might lend itself to animation, but I think it would lose something.
Well, I would say if that's how that's how you see it. You know what I'm saying? Never sell yourself short though,
Yeah,
because you never know how far you could take something and grow from it. Just like Quetzalcoatl, you could turn that into a movie. Maybe a little dark, but you can turn it into a movie. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know. It's just you could do anything. Animation, animated out. You know what I'm saying? Um, I got something in my eye. But yeah,
yeah,
you
me
could
too.
do
For some reason,
yeah, you could do all kinds of stuff. With it, and that's what it's all about. Is keeping your mind or keeping your eyes open for different ideas that comes about because you never know those doors may be open soon. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So you always keep your mind open, keep your eye open, keep your options open because you just never know. Because Aquato could be a $1 million comic book, $1 million foundation, $1 million company. It could become big. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's kind of what
and
I was talking about earlier, where we make this to be mainstream, like mainline, like streamlined. So people could easily pick it up and understand it, what's going on. And like we tried to make the art as sort of mainstream as possible. Um, Not that we didn't take chances or anything, but we tried to make it very readable and very easy, like a really easy to flip through. Um,
right,
Particularly because like the idea is made to be bigger. It's made for a bigger audience.
right.
Like not to say it's better or worse, but like I've worked on projects and stuff, and I've written other comics. I haven't we haven't published it, but I've written other comics that are very particular, and they're very
Hmm.
much like, oh, it's made for these people. It's made for people who like this kind of horror movie or something. But like Quetzalcoatl is made to be like in one of the big three publishers. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm. And that's what it's all about. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open because you never know how far this can go.
Yeah,
And put yourself out there, man, continuously. Stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let nobody tell you you can't do, sell. Stay hungry. Don't give up. Stay hungry. Stay ready to win. Stay ready to fight because it's going to be a battle to get where you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I get that.
Yeah, man. Like it's only you're only a quitter if you give up. That's what makes you a quitter. Give up. It's like you're only a quitter if you stay down when getting knocked down. You know what I'm saying? You get knocked down every day in your life, but don't stay down. Don't get knocked out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's all.
yeah.
That's all I wanted to say, man. Be the best you
Thank
can
you.
be and be great. That's all I see it. I believe in you. I know you're going to do it. I know you can win. I know you will. I believe it. You know. So, is there anything else? Okay. There's another part of the show where I give you 60 seconds to promote yourself and to give advice to the people that's up and coming just like you, man, and to share part of your testimony about what's going on, what you've been through, and how they could do better, how they can come up and make a make a name for themselves.
Yeah. Um. So, so my comic is called Quetzalcoatl. It's under Quetzalcoatl Volume One, Latinx comic. I think that's what it said. It's on Kickstarter. I have the link. You have the link. We've posted it and stuff. Um, the, the key to this is getting up in the Kickstarter algorithm so people on Kickstarter can see you more. So it is about money, but it's also about backers. That's my advice, I guess. So like if people can donate $1, that helps you tremendously because it gives you more backers. It lets Kickstarter know that people are interested and they push you up in the algorithm. So like, so like when you're telling your friends or anything, and your friends are like, "Oh, sorry, I don't have that much money. Here, I can give you this. Take it graciously because they're helping you and they give you what they can. You know what I mean? But also be involved in your community enough so that your community would want to be involved back with you. And I think that's the biggest advice I can give you for trying to fundraise like this is be involved in your community and talk to people. Yeah, that's it. That's what we got.
So we got,
Yeah.
man. Well, everybody, that's all we have for you today. That's all I have for you today, anyways. This is the Swagnificent one with my main man Mickey Martinez, and this is the In Your Face show, and we out of here. Peace.